All right, welcome back to our next venue segment here. If you guys remember during the last segment that I did with you, we were talking about color and being able to colorize the modules and help you with identity with regards to inputs, outputs, etc. And I kind of gave you my scheme of it, or how I go about it, which is really dedicating color to players, right? In our situation, I'm dedicating all inputs for a given player to a given color, and really the only place I kind of break with that is in my VCAs, and I'll try to show you why I do that today. But I wanted to take this next piece of this and show you kind of how this color scheme that I'm using actually plays into the console to help you kind of navigate and be assured that your grouping, whether it's VCA or audio subgroups, is actually the way you want it to be. There's a lot of things actually on the console that help you confirm what's happening in your groups, etc., and what you're going to get to. So let me get the camera turned around and we'll jump right to it here, okay? Hang on just a second. Okay, so I'll just kind of jump back to the wide view here just for a second to give you the overview from where we were last time. Remember, I'm looking at a custom layer here that kind of deals with all of my different colors. And what you see on the left right here are some actual inputs and their color scheme. Yellow is for Mike Campbell, red is for Tom Petty, the turquoise is for Scott Thurston, green is for drum inputs, etc. And then as we move into my custom layer here, let me get back to this here, yeah. Let's save this up. If we get back to the custom layer here, I have audio submasters here, and notice that that color scheme ties to it as well, meaning blue is for low frequency information or bass guitar and keyboards, subharmonic synthesizer, etc. Green is all drums, so that's my drum submaster. Yellow is for Mike's guitars, all of Mike's guitars, all of Tom's guitars, all of Scott's guitars, all keyboards, all backing vocals, and that fits right into the color scheme. And here's where I kind of break with that. Remember I said my VCAs, which deal with each one of these players individually, but I do them all in red, and I kind of do that for a reason, just to give me a break in terms of color between these two sections, right? Because I could color these exactly the same way, but it would be very easy to kind of go get lost on whether these are groups or these are VCAs, etc. So red kind of indicates to me that it's my mixing layer or my mixing faders, and then of course that ties into Tom's vocals, which are red, which are also right here. So really my entire mixing of my show is right here on this set of red faders. That's really what I'm focused on for the show. But back to the color for the individual families, or I shouldn't say families, I should say members, the band members. Let's take a look at how this plays into our screens and our CKMs, all right? So let's just start at the subgroups here. As you see the subgroups, let's take the drums for example, which you can see I have all my drum inputs are green. So if I go up to the screen here and you look at it, here is my drum subgroup, right? So notice it's telling me that everything assigned to that subgroup is green. Same thing here, everything assigned to the bass subgroup is blue. Everything that is assigned to the Mike Campbell subgroup is yellow. So, you know, it's kind of my affirmation that all of the things that are supposed to be in that group are actually in that group. So the only place we might break from that is here in the backing vocal group, right, where you can see there are turquoise inputs in there. That means there's Scott Thurston vocal inputs in there. We also have some purple in there. That means there's Benmont Tench vocal inputs in there, and of course white for the backing vocals for the girls and other backing vocals, Ron Blair, etc. All right, so that's my indication that those are kind of in the right place. Now if we go down to the CKM and we select one of these groups, as I move down here, all I've done is actually locally select the group, and look what shows up on the CKM, right? That's all of the inputs that are actually assigned to that group, and I can actually have control over their levels here, right? This is actually fader levels for any input in that group. So I can just literally select that group and be assured that I'm adjusting a drum input here because they're all green, right? That's everything that is assigned to that drum group. Likewise, if I go to and locally select Mike Campbell's guitar, those are the inputs that are assigned to that group. All yellow, all good. Tom Petty, these are all of his guitar inputs that are assigned to his group. Scott Thurston, this is all of his inputs that are assigned to it. So you see there's a real collated set of colors there, coordinated set of colors there is what I should say, in terms of just navigating and verifying that you have inputs in a certain place. Now the same sort of thing applies when we go to VCAs. If I locally select a VCA in the center section here, I'll do keyboards here. Let's do Wurlitzer, or actually this is Wurlitzer and keyboards VCA. If we locally select, this goes up to the upper right CKM, and sure enough, you see the inputs that are assigned to that VCA, and I can actually adjust the balance of the things in that VCA right there. I don't have to tunnel down. I don't even have to spill if I don't want to do it, and I can still adjust levels and update that VCA. So it stays right into color. Okay, so let's move over to some actual inputs now and see how all this ties in to this color scheme based on players, right? So as I mentioned earlier, I have some guitar channels here for each of the guitar players. Let's just examine those for a second. I'll locally select one. Let's do one of Scott Thurston's guitar returns. And if we move up to the CKM, if I'm in processing, obviously EQ is green, dynamics is blue and yellow, plugins is turquoise. But if we go to the custom channel, right, which is our custom channel strip, notice how I've got this laid out. I've obviously got the blue color for the input controls that I have there, meaning gain, high pass, low pass, and direct out. But if you look over all the rest are auxiliaries, right? So if we just take a look at what's available to us here, notice that I have yellow sorted for Mike. Those are all Mike Campbell auxes. Red is Tom Petty. These are all Tom's guitar auxes. This is Scott's guitar aux, which is in the turquoise blue. Green is for drums. Those are all my drum auxes. Purple is for keyboards. That's all my keyboard auxes. White is for backing vocals. Those are all the backing vocal auxes. And red, again, is for Tom. These are all lead vocal auxes. All right, so it plays right into the color scheme again. You know, it makes it easy. I can go select any channel in that custom, and if I know the channel I've selected, I just go to the right color to make sure I'm on the right auxes. All right, so you know, colors are really powerful. It really is a big deal on this console and is a really big help. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys can make use of it. I encourage you to try new things with the colors. Let me know what you guys are doing with them. I'm glad to, you know, consider all comers in terms of what you guys are doing. You know, we're always looking for new workflows here. But that's how I do it. That's what I wanted to do with the colors. So let me know. We'll see you guys later. I'll talk to you on the flip flop. Bye bye.